As for the last month, all three of my comp lifts have been going down, and I'm feeling extremely fatigued the whole time. I've been updating track, which tells me to reduce my volume dramatically, which I have been doing, and even recently I've been doing one set for each movement, and yet I'm still feeling extremely fatigued. Do you think I should change training groups, or just try to get my lifting back on track, or just push through? I've also been having shoulder problems, which has meant that I'm having to use the safety bar for all my squats due to low bar causing my shoulder to hurt. Is this okay to do for a few weeks until I can go back to low bar? Well, let's start with the easy question. The first thing, yeah, it's definitely okay to switch over to safety bar if you need to for shoulder, or biceps, or elbows pain for a few weeks. If that becomes an ongoing thing, we should talk about it and see if we can get a more permanent fix in place, though. That would be important to do. Now, it's a little bit tougher call as far as whether you should change training groups or not. You mentioned that for the last month, all three of your comp lifts have been going down, and you've been feeling extremely fatigued. That's plenty of time, and normally that by itself would indicate that, yeah, I think a change in training group is appropriate, which it may be, and we may still do that. But one thing in your narrative here that stuck out to me was that you've cut down to doing one set for each movement, and you're still feeling extremely fatigued. That's not really normal. Sorry to put so fine a point on it, but it's not. And something is amiss here. I'm wondering if you're maybe on an extreme calorie deficit, or if you're sick. If you can't think of anything, maybe it's time to go get some blood work done. That shouldn't be happening in most cases. Are you experiencing some life stressors outside of training that are sapping your energy? Are you trying to train at 3 o'clock in the morning? I had a client that's currently doing that. That's difficult. Even if you're used to it, it's still difficult, and you're going to run into stages where it's difficult. So given the severity of the issue, it makes me think that there's something more in play than just training group. I would be happy to switch you to a different training group if you would like. I'm concerned, though, that the root cause is something else. I'm concerned that, the root cause is something outside of training that's disrupting things. So if you could take a look at, take stock of what's going on outside of training, and take stock of whether or not it's a thing that you can change or not. Write back to me. If you find something that you think is likely the culprit, but you can't change it, let me know, and we can work through those problems. It'll probably entail a change in training group and some further modifications, but we would need to know that to start. If you can't think of anything that is going on outside of training that's probably affecting training, then again, I would recommend that you go see a doctor, get this sorted out. It's not good to feel fatigued and tired and exhausted all the time. I'm sure that you don't enjoy that feeling. So try to get it solved. And in the meantime, I would be happy to change your training group. But yeah, I think we need to be looking for a deeper underlying cause for this one.